vibe coder is somebody that doesn't know how to program, but can program. Because that's the direction we're heading to. I understand what it takes to go viral. I can tell you what you could do that can get you viral in 7 days. But it's not just about going viral, right? Having someone you love so much, even being in a position that you can help them. No one wants to hear your story, for real. They only want to hear your story once you're successful, once you have been able to, through all those hard times, you have been able to build something. That's when people are going to hear you.
Most people walk past strangers. Kass walks to them with a microphone and asks them about their lives. At the same time, he's exploring one of the fastest moving technologies in the world, artificial intelligence. So today, we're talking about AI, human connection, what happens when you're curious enough to start a conversation with anyone. Kass, welcome to Build Break Become.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It's amazing being here, bro.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure having you.
It's a pleasure too.
Absolutely. So we are going to start with AI in the future. Everyone is talking about AI. Almost nobody understands AI. What's the biggest misconception people have?
You know, a lot of people say AI is going to take our jobs and it's going to replace people, but I don't believe that.
Okay.
I feel like AI, is going to take some job. By the end of the day, it's not going to replace the human presence and the human feeling. So it's just like, those people who don't know how to use AI is going to replace them. So AI is really amazing, but it's not going to replace human. So you just
Okay.
need to follow the trend and learn how to use AI.
What surprised you most when you started studying AI deeply?
What really surprised me, was how AI has been able to make it possible to be able to, execute your ideas. Back in the days, we have ideas, but it took time. You're going to spend a whole lot of money. But with the advancement of AI, it's been possible, to build your dream. Once you have something in your head, you have an idea, you could do it in 5 minutes, right? You could use Claude, you could use ChatGPT to build a website or something like that in 5 minutes. It wasn't like this a couple of years ago, but AI has made it possible for us to be able to execute our thinking very instantly. So even if you're not like a producer or you're not like a programmer or something like that, once you have an idea and you think something, you want to build something, all you need to do is just to understand the basic and know how to use AI. And AI can help you bring your dreams to reality in very, very, very fast. Yeah.
How will AI change in the next 5 years?
I think at the rate AI is moving right now, it's gonna affect a whole lot of people, right? Because if you're not solving a problem, because right now a whole lot of companies you're having like 10 staff, 20 staff. With AI, you can run your company solo. You just need like AI agents. So it's really amazing how AI is moving. Like it's gonna replace 10, 20,000 of workers. So like you need to, the way it's moving is it's gonna be really amazing because it makes it possible for you to run an entire business just by yourself, with having the right knowledge about AI. Yeah.
Okay, so adding on to that, what jobs should people be worried about in the next years?
I think the jobs people should be worried about are those kind of jobs that are not really problem solving. Like those middle role job, like script writing, copywriting, because ChatGPT is gonna do all that for you in less than 1 minute. If you're also into like web design, you're not evolving, even programming. AI can like code for you. Like Manos can make you a website in less than 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So I think that the processes, AI is developed to make those processes faster. So you need to learn how to use it, right? So even as a programmer, right? If you don't know how to use AI, a vibe coder, you know who a vibe coder is?
No.
A vibe coder is somebody that doesn't know how to program, but can program. Because that's the direction we're heading to. AI is made for everybody, right? So you could be a vibe coder and you could be an expert programmer, but a vibe coder is going to take your job. You understand?
Yes.
So it's moving into a very, very, very amazing dimension right now.
Okay. What AI jobs or what jobs will be more valuable through AI?
The jobs that will be more valuable. I think all jobs will be valuable. Like I said previously, AI is only going to replace tasks, right? That can be done with AI, right? But at the end of the day, what you need to focus on is making impact and solving a problem. That's what AI is not going to replace. If I come to you, that I can help you solve your problem, I can bring you more client for your business. AI is not going to replace that, right? AI is not going to replace real solution, real value.
Okay, so adding on to that, if someone ignores AI for the next 3 years,
Ah, I think that's like the era we are in now is the AI era. So I'm really happy I'm even studying this in the university because AI is taking over. I think everybody should start learning AI. Even if you don't have to learn how to make AI, just learn how to use AI. Because I learned how to, make AI, machine learning, deep learning, like what we did in school, right? But this AI system has been built. You need to learn how to use AI because there are so many things you're going to be able to achieve. The world is evolving. Gone are those days where we spend hours trying to script our videos ourselves, trying to do things the old way. Right now, the people that are going to make money, the people that are going to succeed are the people that start learning how to use AI properly. You don't have to be an expert. You just need to know how to use the tool to help you bring your thinking and your idea closer and make it really faster to achieve your goal. That's the advantage of AI.
okay,
Yeah.
what is something that AI cannot replace? I know you answered already, but like maybe just to...
Yeah, like yeah. I answered, but I didn't answer like deep. So I think AI is gonna replace something, but AI cannot replace everything. Like I say, AI is gonna replace some tasks that can be done to make it more faster. But at the end of the day, AI cannot replace human presence. AI cannot replace human connection. Because
Absolutely.
let me state this example for let me state this example. You have your wife in the hospital. Of course, there are robots that are being built now. There are machines that are being built that can do a whole lot of things. So you don't be surprised you might have a machine that could stand as a doctor for operation. Would you prefer to have a machine have an operation on your wife or a doctor have an operation? Which one of them would you prefer?
I would say a doctor, man.
Even with advanced technology,
Yeah.
there's not going to be a problem. The operation is going to go smoothly. So between the machine and the doctor, which one are you going to go for?
I would still say the doctor.
So that's what I'm trying to state. Real human connection can never be sold. Right?
Absolutely.
Real human connection, it's something that is very important, right? It's very important. So AI can't take that. AI is just about making tasks faster, making your execution quicker, but real human connection cannot be replaced.
Absolutely. And do you think AI is making people smarter or lazier?
Okay, let me put it like this, right? I wouldn't say AI makes people smarter or lazier. It happens both ways. It depends on how you use AI. If you want to be lazier, AI is going to make you more lazier. If you want to be smarter, AI is going to make you more smarter.
Fair point.
Right? So it depends on what you want for yourself. If you choose to be lazy, AI is going to make you lazy. But the thing about AI people don't know is like AI is not dangerous, right? AI can be dangerous too. It just depends on who uses it and your goal for using AI.
How can it be dangerous?
Can be dangerous if you want to make it dangerous. If you use it in a dangerous way, right? If you use it in a dangerous way, it's going to be dangerous. If you use it in a good way, it's going to be good. If you have an idea, because a whole lot of people are starting companies, right? A lot of people are building businesses using AI. This is really hard. You see 19 years old, 20 years old, having an agency, having a company, having employees working from home. They don't even have no team. No much team like that. With just AI and AI tools, they're able to scale over 10K a month, 20K a month. This is happening a lot. AI has made this possible. Like 10 years ago, it wasn't like that.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, so it makes people who want to achieve their goal, it helps them like achieve their goal faster, quicker, and more efficient. But the lazy ones that don't know the advantage of AI, once you use it not in a good way, it's also going to affect you.
Okay.
So it's like a two-sided thing. So you just need to understand AI just helps you speed up your implementation, either in a good way or a bad way. That's it.
Super. So, for example, Winston's kids are getting into AI. What would you advise them to seek in AI itself? What are some of the most valuable things they could learn at that young age?
I think right now, I wouldn't even say go to school to learn maybe the theoretical part of AI. What you need to learn is how to use AI. That's the best skill I could advise anybody right now to do. Learn how to use AI, learn how to use AI automations, right? Because this is what people need, right? If I have a kid right now, or if I want to say something to someone else's kid, I'm going to tell them, go learn how to start using AI tools. Learn how to use it properly. Because that way you can help a whole lot of businesses. You can help a whole lot of people. The thing about the world we are in today, right? It's not about gone are those days where you tell your children, go become a doctor, go become a lawyer. Right now, it's people with skill that can solve a problem. Those are the people winning in the real world right now. Once you can solve a problem and help people solve their problem, it's going to change a whole lot of things for you. So every kid out there should start going out, start learning a new skill, start using AI. AI is everywhere right now. You have a whole lot of information online. You have ChatGPT to learn a whole lot of things. You have Claude, you have Manos, you have ChatGPT. You have a whole lot of them. Start learning about AI and its automation.
And YouTube itself, right?
Yeah, just AI. Yeah, you can implement AI in everything. You can implement AI in this podcast. You can implement AI in your life. You can implement AI in your business. You can implement AI. You know, so learn how to use AI. That's my advice.
Okay. 10 years from today, what kind of a world do you think we'll be living in?
That's a really interesting one. 10 years from today. Now it's already incredible. I'm also really amazed of what is to come, because with the rate we are going, it's really gonna be amazing. Don't be surprised if you start seeing like real people walking on the streets, going to the grocery store, going to the like on the street and the tram, and you end up finding out like they're AIs and they're robots. The direction we are heading to right now, with the way the speed that the AI thing is going, don't be surprised if we get to see like real people walking in the supermarket that looks like real people, and you end up finding out they're like robots and AI machines. So it's really going into a very good direction. That's why you also need to evolve with AI. So you don't have to stay behind. You need to follow the train. You need to follow the trend, because this is how you're going to succeed. If you still stay back in the old way, it's not going to be good for you. So 10 years, I see amazing thing coming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to shift now to speaking with strangers.
Yeah. Let's go.
So most people would rather send text messages rather than talking to a stranger. You actually walk up to strangers with a microphone. Why?
For me, it's like I just enjoy talking with people. In Austria, there's like a perception that the people are a bit not friendly, and people here are a little bit cold. But I'm from Nigeria, so like we're kind of loud, we're kind of like, so it's like a little bit too boring for me. I just got bored, and I was like, hey, I love to talk to people. I do this even off the camera, not even just because of the camera. So it's something I do normally. And I was like, why don't I just go out, and just try to, talk with some people, just do something here instead of just sitting and just waiting,
Yes.
just try to get some people engaged and show people that actually there are really friendly people here. There are really kind people in Vienna where I live. So
But you
that was
never
one.
know until when you actually have to start having the conversation.
Yeah, you never know. I've met a whole lot of amazing Austrian people. You know, I got to ask them about their life. We got to have amazing conversations, and it's really not like you said, like not like everybody. There are some people who are really unfriendly. It's normal. Everywhere you go in the world, it's like that,
Absolutely, it's
right?
everywhere.
But there's also really amazing people that I've met. I've learned a couple of things from, and they're Austrians, they're foreigners, they're immigrants. You know, so it's just fun, talking with people. It helps you mentally. It helps you socially. It helps you in a whole lot of ways. So I advise people, once you're going on the street, you see a stranger, just say hi. Just say hi. Yeah, that's how it starts. From hi, you don't know.
You never know what happens.
That's how it happens. You
That's
just
it.
go on the street and you say hi.
That's it.
Before hi, where are you from? Yeah, I'm from this. You're from that. Oh, you watch football. Oh, that's how you make friends, because people are not going to come to you most of the time. Understand, you need to put yourself in the right position, or you need to try to engage in conversation with people. That's how you meet people.
And what amazes me is how people open up to you. Like they say really sometimes private things, and I'm like, oh wow, this happened in a minute.
Even me too, I'm sorry.
Like,
Me too, I'm surprised.
Yeah, just 1 minute, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. And it also takes an enormous amount of courage. Like I don't know how you do that. That's how I was very impressed by you. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
like a whole lot of people say that, like, because they are really surprised, going up to strangers and that they start revealing like deep thing about their life, which normally people wouldn't even tell you. I think it's just, that's what my platform is about. That's why I really wanted to do what I'm doing right now, because I didn't start it just like that. Before, I just wanted to be outside, just talk to people, entertain people. That was what my content was about.
Yes.
I interview people just for entertainment. I ask kind of different kind of questions to make people laugh, to create controversies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I looked at it, I was like, of course, I know this kind of video makes people laugh and stuff like this, but I'm not really making any kind of impact, But I really want to make impact, and I really want to tell stories that people can learn from, and it can, change a whole lot of lives and help people.
I like that. I mean, I was going through your first
And that
videos.
way, I've come up with, I'm even surprised, and I did it first time, they open up about themselves, which people love, people comment. I was like, oh, that means people can actually tell you things that will, really
Yes.
private things, and that people really love to hear. That was why I stuck to that format, and I kept asking people about their life, kept asking people about their stories, their struggles, their pain, their the biggest, most beautiful things that happened to them, the most important lesson they have learned. Why I do this is just to inspire people, for people to learn from my videos, because I also know a lot of people go through all these things like every day to day. So when they see my video, they get inspired,
Yes.
they get motivated, because they know they are not alone, and they learn things. So even if you have not gone through those things before, you can learn, so you don't follow the same mistake. You don't just do the same mistake, because I'm having somebody with a real life experience already.
Yeah.
So it's just to inspire people, and that's just it. And people open up. And,
That's super cool.
yeah.
What goes through your head when you're approaching someone?
Yeah, for me, it's called, like, if you could watch the way my interview is, I approach people live, so it's like I don't really think too much. I just have one phrase: you have a friendly energy. For me, I just have positivity in my mind. I'm not going to sell anybody anything. I just want to have a conversation. So at the end of the day, I don't think too much. I just see somebody and I think you're cool, I just go straight to you. Even if you have an unfriendly face, I just assume you're friendly and I go to them. And sometimes the people you least expected to give you a response are the ones that give you the most beautiful story.
Okay.
So most of the times, sometimes I want to hesitate, like, they kind of look so moody.
Exactly.
They're kind of in a rush or something like that. I'm like, okay, let me just try. And I was like, I just go. And once I approach them, I see like, it doesn't really matter, So I stop even thinking. So once I just see somebody, I just go up to them and say, hi, you have a friendly energy. And that's how it starts.
And were you always this confident, or did you have to, well, what was the process there?
For me, growing up as a kid, I wouldn't say because I was just, I wouldn't say I was so confident. You know, I had it a little bit in me, but I wasn't like 100% confident. You know, back in my home country, I was, I just wanted to start having, because I grew up in a community that there was no so many people. So I just wanted to start like making friends with people, getting to know people. And I found out like if I stay on my own, I'm not gonna get nobody. So the best way for me is to start, going up to people, start trying to have conversations, trying to, start trying to talk with them. So I just started little by little. I started, I watched tutorials online. I
Okay.
went on YouTube. I was like, I want to learn. I want
Oh,
to
that's
learn
cool.
like how do you code approach? It's called code approach. So how do you code approach females? How do you? I just started watching videos, and then I would even like write down things like what do you go if you want to go up to a girl? What do you tell her on the street? So it was just like I have a script. So when I approach girls or people on the street, they'll be like, "Are you using a pickup line on me or something like that?" So I just started. It was like, okay, I got a couple of rejections, but I was like, oh, but it gives me like more chances to talk with more people. So that was how I started. And I really liked it. So just over time, it became part of me. So everywhere I go, I could just be on the street. If I see a guy really cool, I like his dress, I'll be like, hey, bro, I like your dress. If I see a lady looking good or with a friendly, and I'll just, hey, I like your smile. And it works for me sometimes. It just starts like that. And, I have really interesting conversation with people just like that.
Okay. So you mentioned rejections.
Yeah.
What was the hardest one you received?
Ah, rejection is like, to me, I get rejected every day.
And what was the
It's,
biggest?
I wouldn't really say it's like the hardest one because it's something that have become part of me. I don't take rejection too personally. I just feel like it's a process, It's just you just have to, as long as you approach people, there's no one rejection I can say is the most rejection because some people I just believe at a point in time you approach people. They may be mentally not there with you. They might have things that they're worrying about. They might have family. They might have things that worry them. So I don't take rejection personally. So I can state one fact about one part of my life where I was rejected or where I was by a person on the street. It's normal. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're handsome, you're ugly. As long as you go on the street and you approach people like you do cold approach, you're going to get rejected. It's normal because not everybody is interested to talk with you at that point in time. So you just need to understand, there's no rejection. It's just about mindset, and you need to respect people's space and know how to read the room. So that's what I'm going to say.
And what are the biggest lessons you learned from rejection?
Rejection for me is just like a warm up. It gives me opportunity
Like that.
to do more. I get rejected one time, it motivates me to keep going. You don't stop when you get rejected once because this is where a lot of people fail.
It's the process.
They get one rejections and they're just like, they get 200 rejections and no, I can't do this anymore. But they missed out, they miss out on the opportunity they have ahead, So it's just like a game. It's just like you want to apply for a job. You want to apply for a job.
It's a good example.
You're definitely going to get rejected. Even if you're qualified, even if you're good, right? So in life, that's why I say like we face rejection every day, not only strangers on the street. So even if you're qualified, you have everything, you're still going to get rejected. But as you keep applying, as you keep trying over time, you're definitely going to get one yes. And that one yes could be like a whole turnaround for your life. That's why I don't stop. Even if I'm failing, if I'm trying something, once I see, what I normally do is, before I start something, probably I have something I want to do. I look at that thing. I look at people that have done what I've done. Have they been successful doing that thing? So once I see people doing that thing, I've been successful, then I know that thing is going to work. So once I start, even if it's not working well for me at that moment, I'm not going to stop. Because I know people have been successful doing this thing. It's just a matter of time. Even if I get rejected, one day I'm going to get accepted. So it's It's a numbers game. Rejection is a
I
numbers
like
game.
that.
So just keep going. Just
Well
keep
put.
going. Yeah.
Well put. Numbers game.
Yeah.
What's the saddest story you've ever heard?
If you've watched my videos very well, you know there's a whole lot of sad stories. Like there's so many of them.
Yeah.
There are so many of them. Can I say like 3, 4, 5 stories? Like there are so
We
many.
can go with two. We can go with two.
Okay, let me just say one. Let me think. Okay, this one really touched me because the guy is a doctor. You know, he came from Egypt, right? I met him on the street. I was just having an interview, and I just saw him, you know, standing so peaceful and you know, relaxed and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I think he's gonna have a friendly energy. And I just approached him, bro, you have a friendly energy. And we got to have like a very interesting conversation. And it got to a moment that I asked him what's the toughest moment he has faced in his life. You know, and he opened up to me and he told me that he's a medical doctor, but he lost his sister to a diabetic coma, you know, even as a doctor. And there was nothing he could do. And I was really sad having someone you love so much, even being in a position that you can help them. They're helpless. And it was really painful, you know. It was really painful because I could see the pain in his eyes, the pain in his voice. I could feel the emotion, you know, I could feel like everything from that story. So it's, you know, it's not really, if you have ever lost a loved one before, you know the pain it is, you know, to lose someone really dear to you, not being able to help them, not being able to save them. So this story really touched me. There are a whole lot of them, but this is one of the stories that really, really touched me.
And from that, man, I hope people can sometimes, you know, when they're out there, just so they know, like, there are people who have so crazy and untold stories, and that we should just be kind. You never know what someone's going through, man.
You never. That's why I say don't judge a book by its cover. A whole lot of people are having like so many things going on in their mind, through many struggles, so many pain, nobody to talk to, no friends, no family. Sometimes they are so happy when you even say hi to them on the street. That's why sometimes, not even for the camera, I just see people on the street. When I see they look interesting, I just say hi to them. And they open up to me on the camera. They open up to me without the camera. That's when I start to discover, oh, this could be like a movie. I could start making like movie on the street. Start asking people about their life. Because people want to be seen. People want to be heard. People want to have people to share their burden with, you know. Sometimes they just have to say it out, you know. So you just have to say hi to people more. It's normal. They say Austria is unfriendly. It's okay. Everywhere you go in the world, you're going to get things like that.
That's very true.
But it doesn't stop you from making connections. It doesn't stop you from interacting with people, from showing love, from showing kindness to people. So we need to say hi more often. We need to care for one another more often.
I would agree, 100%.
Yeah.
And if you're going to shed some light to this, what's then the most inspiring story that you've ever heard?
Yeah, one of the most inspiring story, I would say, I also met a Polish guy on the streets. I interviewed him too. I saw him too. He had a really friendly energy. Like I told you, most of these people, I don't know. They just seems to have like very friendly energy. You just know before I even approach them. So I just, you know, approached him and he told me he came all the way from Poland with no job. He got married. He got divorced. The wife left him. He lost everything. You know, trying to find yourself in a new country and your wife leaving you at the same time. You know, it's really
madness.
It's really crazy. So it's like total rock bottom. You know, you're at the lowest point of your life. But something stood to me. Like I took something from his story. I took a very good lesson from his story because he didn't give up, you know. He came to Vienna, no German, nothing. No job, nothing. You got divorced by your wife. You came together, but she left you after a couple of months being together in Vienna. So this guy, he built a mental health. You know what it means for someone to build a mental health? Because I know he has been through a lot. He has been through so much trauma, you know. He was able to build mental health companies. You know, company.
Really, man.
He was able to build a mental health company here in Vienna. You know, he built a business. He found himself from rock bottom. You know, built something from himself. And this showed me like it doesn't matter what situation you are, because as we say, everybody goes through depression. Everyone goes through challenges. But what do you do with that challenges? Because at the end of the day, you don't have any excuse. This is the thing that stick to my head, because even sometimes when I face challenges, you know, I just have it at the back of my head. There are people, there are people who have gone through these challenges before, but they were able to scale through. They were able to make something out of it. So I don't have I don't have an excuse. So this guy built something. He was able to build something from nothing. And he had a company, he had a new life, he's living happy now, and it shows like you can become anything as long as you don't give up. And even if you fall, you rise again. So that was a very inspiring story for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
There is something Kevin Hart was saying, like the sun is going to rise regardless.
Yeah,
You know,
of
whether you're
course,
sad,
of course,
whether
yeah.
you're sick, whether what. So no, you're just gonna sit there. It's gonna rise anyway, or will you do something about it, right? So I was going to ask, like, if this was one of the stories that stayed with you for months, or was there a story that you're still carrying? You think about it every day.
No, like, because I've heard a whole lot of stories and there are a whole lot of inspiration and lessons I've heard from a whole lot of stories. But the end point is, I'll just put it like this, the end point is everybody has struggles. Everybody has challenges. It doesn't matter where you're from, what ethnicity you are, doesn't matter what religion you are. Everyone has struggles. By the end of the day, what do you do with those struggles? Do you just stay with the struggles and keep believing there's no way out? Or do you keep it moving and find the next solution? Because at the end of the day, the problem is not going to solve itself. You know, you have to solve the problem. So what are you going to do to solve that problem? You need to take action. You need to do something. Thinking, worrying, stressing, depression is not going to go away. It's not going to, you have to make it go away. You have to do something. So at the end of the day, you just need to take action. Because no one is going to care about your problem. No one cares. That, to be honest with you, you're trying to build a business, you're trying to build a life, you're trying to build something for yourself, but no one really cares about what you're doing right now. No one wants to hear your story. For real. They only want to hear your story once you're successful, once you have been able to, through all those hard times, you have been able to build something. That's when people are going to hear your story. So you need to put all those struggles behind. It's okay. Have people you can talk to. Have people that are going to motivate you during your journey. It's okay. But try to succeed. That's the main thing, because when you succeed, that's when people are going to give you attention. But if you keep pondering on your struggles and your failures, no one cares. Everyone has struggles. Even people you're thinking about also have struggles. But your change, your transformation is going to inspire other people, and that's what is going to bring attention to you. So that's the end point of all those stories I had. You got to keep moving. You got to keep pushing. Doesn't matter where you find yourself.
Yeah. I very appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
What have strangers taught you about life?
Strangers. Like I say, it's just like what I said in the previous the end point is you got to keep pushing. You're going to face challenges, you're going to face troubles like every day in everyday life, but you got to keep pushing to get to where you want to become.
After all these conversations, yeah, what do people secretly want the most?
What do people secretly want the most? I would say, based on my observation, I think people want to be heard. Because they are going through, a whole lot of people are going through a whole lot of things. Like, I've had so many conversations with people. Even off camera, even off, like, when I'm not shooting content. So, like, random people, random strangers. And at the end of the day, I feel like people are not, they don't even have people to even talk to share what they are going through. So once they have somebody that can listen to them, You know, all they need is just a good listener, someone that could, you know, just listen to them. So I feel like people want to be heard. People want to be seen. You know, people want to tell their stories.
What do you think people fear the most?
What do people fear? You know, I think people fear not. Okay, people. I feel most people fear taking the wrong decisions. You know, most people fear taking wrong decisions.
But there's no way of knowing except taking the decisions.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's one of the I think one of the thing people fear the most. But there's no way you're gonna, like you said, you have to take the decision. But people often fear, you know, making the wrong decisions in life, because once you make a wrong decision, it can transform your whole life. You can move from being at a top level with one wrong decision can bring you just down below. So in life, you have to be strategic. You know, you have to learn from other people's mistake. You don't have to learn from your own mistake. Because at the end of the day, if you want to learn from your own mistake, it could go smoothly, it could go badly, or you could learn the hard way. You know, so
Yeah.
you need taking the wrong decision is something most people fear the most, because it affects your life either positively or negatively. It depends. You know, if it doesn't go your way, you know, it could be very crazy.
What do wealthy people and unwealthy people like? How do you see those? What's the main difference in those conversations when you have them?
For me, like, you know, for wealthy people and unwealthy people, I don't think like there's no, like, everyone has a story. You know, it doesn't matter if they're rich or if they're poor. The thing is, everybody have what they're going through at the moment. So for a wealthy person, I don't expect his problem to be about money, right? But there are so many struggles they go through as a wealthy person. Could be family problem, could be depression, could be, you know, so many things. Losing their loved ones, even with so much amount of money, not being able to save their loved ones. So it doesn't really matter being rich or poor, because the poor person could have financial problem, but could have a good healthy lifestyle, could have peace, could have every other thing, but maybe just finance at the moment. So I think the two people has equally, like, different problem.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if they're rich or if they're poor.
What do you think people misunderstand about foreigners and immigrants?
I think that they think foreigners want to, like, take their resources, take their jobs, you know, just come here, maybe spoil their economy, spoil their system, litter the street, depending on where the foreigners are from. I don't know, but I just feel like those are the perception, what they think about foreigners. But that's a lie, because I think every foreigners, there are two type of foreigners. There are ones that want to make a change. There are ones looking for opportunity, that sees opportunity coming to a new country. There are ones that obviously don't see anything, you know. So the ones that sees opportunity coming in could use the opportunity to make themselves better, to make the country even more better. So there are two type of immigrants. You know, it just depends on the person.
Absolutely.
You can like fix everybody in the same box.
I
Everybody
totally
has
agree.
their, like, opinion and what they want to do.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Have these conversations made you pessimistic or optimistic about humanity?
Yeah, I think optimistic. You know, because I've met a whole lot of good people. I've had a whole lot of, you know, good conversations with people. But I think people are more kind than bad. So for me, it makes me more optimistic. You know, I like I told you, like, I don't take it personal. You don't have to be friends with everybody. Everybody's not gonna talk to you. Everybody's not gonna like you. You just have to focus on positivity and just follow who likes you, like who likes you. Even people that don't like you, don't hate them, but keep your distance, you know?
Absolutely.
So just focus on the good things and ignore the bad things.
I very much like that.
Yeah.
What's one question everybody should ask a stranger at least once?
Just ask them. what's the most important lesson life taught you? You see how deep that question is?
Yes.
Because that question makes a lot of people reflect back into their life. And that's the best way you can learn from someone else's story. Because I don't believe I don't want to learn from my story because I can learn the hard way and I don't want to learn the hard way. So life is like a circle, right? Life is like a circle. What is happening now has happened before.
That's true.
The only thing is technology is just evolving and AI is evolving, but life, human is still human. Human many years ago and human now is still human. The problem happening now is the problem that happened many years ago. So why do I want to like learn from my own story when I could already learn from someone else's story? So once people start to tell you about the lesson they have learned and the mistake they made and the way they were able to change and make that mistake and become who they are today, you can pick from those lessons and use it for yourself and use it positively for yourself. So always ask people the most important lesson life taught them and use those lessons for yourself.
I like that. You are asking people about their stories and you're telling their stories. What's your story?
My life story. My life story is a long one.
No, we do it how you do. You answer this how you would expect someone to answer during your interview, because they usually, you have a minute or two with that one. So, how would you summarize if you approach yourself?
Yeah, how would I? So my life story in a summary. I'm from Nigeria, as many people know. My name is Ibrahim Kassim, but on social media they call me Classy Boy Kass. I came from Nigeria and I went to the university back there and I was studying mechanical engineering at first, but I was like, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to travel. I don't want to sit down back home in Africa. I just wanted to go somewhere else and just look for more better opportunity abroad. So that was why I moved. So with the struggles at home, with everything, I just wanted to go out and to God's glory, I came over to Austria. I started studying like AI, artificial intelligence, at the university. And, and Austria was a really beautiful place, amazing people, but you also have some very unfriendly people. And I started doing my thing. I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make a difference, So I was like, I don't want to be like a normal immigrant, I just want to be different. I want to be like a source of inspiration to many immigrants and many people abroad,
I admire
So
that.
I was like, hey, I have to do something different. I don't just want to be like a regular person, come study, do the 9 to 5 regular thing, settle for a regular job, probably maybe an AI engineer, get like 2K, 2.5, 3K a month when I can make more, way more, working for myself or owning a business. Started thinking about content creation because I feel like that's where the world is heading to. Content creation.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of you can make a whole lot of money from it, and it's something I love to do. So why don't I do something I love to do? Of course, I also love to do AI, but I can use AI in my content creation, right? You can use AI everywhere. So what I'm studying is also can also be used in what I'm doing right now. So I started building my AI, I started doing my content creation. I started going out on the street, posting videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, starting getting like a little bit recognized in the city and even internationally. And I also was like, okay, this is a good start. I also started thinking about building a business, which I, started of recently. I just,
Yes.
start up an agency, so like a social media marketing agency.
Okay.
Which is the main aim of this agency is to like help busy business owners to, run their social media presence and help them run their business to get them more views, to get them more presence online, to get them more clients and stuff like that. So it's things I want to do. Like I just want to use the opportunity I have here to build myself. So I came into Vienna. This is what I've been doing so far. I've met a whole lot of challenges. There are times things were really bad for me, struggles, even finding a place to live because of the warehouse. It's hard to get a place. There's times struggle with finance and stuff like that. There's a whole lot of chapter. Guys, like if I start telling you about my life story, it's going to take like a whole day because it's so much. But in just a summary, And so I've faced a whole lot of challenge, a whole lot of things, but I just believe like I haven't gotten to where I want to be yet, but I'm on the process and definitely I'm going to get where one day. So everybody
Absolutely.
chasing a dream, you have to keep going, you have to keep pushing, and you have to stay positive. Don't let the internet or don't let people around you to put you down. It doesn't matter. You can become anything anywhere. Don't let people let you say because you're Indian, because you're black, because you're brown, you can become anything. I don't care about what people say. I believe I can be anything I want to become. That's why even when I'm in a country where they say the people aren't friendly, I don't really care about that. I just want to go outside. I just want to do my thing because there are a lot of people in worse situation than me. They have made it. They are successful, right? So I don't have no excuse not to be great, not to be successful. So I just keep going. I'm just doing my thing, and I just believe like everything is gonna be okay, and definitely we're all gonna, you know, meet in the future and have a very amazing time.
Absolutely,
So that's
absolutely.
just my life, like in a summary, just a little bit about me.
Thank you very much for sharing that, and I want to take this moment to celebrate you. Yeah, I understand how it is, the struggles of coming to Africa, to to a foreign land like this, and everything that you've done. It's not easy.
Yeah,
It's
for
not
sure,
easy.
man. For sure,
Yeah,
it's takes
and
a whole lot of
exactly.
courage.
So I celebrate you, and
Thank you so
I
much, bro.
hope
I
you keep
appreciate
doing
that.
what you do.
Thank you so much.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, small medium companies. Yeah. What are they misunderstanding about the value of social media for their businesses?
Bro, man. I don't know, like I feel like even if someone is not into social media right now, you're missing out because that's where money is made. A whole lot of people on the internet, a whole lot of people are looking for solution. There are lots of people, especially Instagram, you know so you can use Instagram to get clients, to get people that are going to buy your services. So as a business owner, if you don't know how to use this properly, you're missing out on a whole lot of money. You're leaving a whole lot of money on the table. Some business just depend on referrals and just cold outreach, right? Which works, but imagine if you can have someone run your social media for you and bring you a whole lot of clients in a month that are going to buy your services. This implies to every kind of business. Every kind of business could be a clinic, could be as a doctor, could be different type of business, maybe a photographer. Someone helps you manage your social media, helps you get more visibility around your local area, get more people into your business. It's an amazing thing. So I think a whole lot of little business or even big business, they ignore the fact that social media is a key tool for getting more clients and making a whole lot of money in the internet.
And there are many people who are posting on social media
Yeah.
for years and they're not successful in getting views. In your opinion, why do you think that is?
They are not successful in getting views. Like I say, like social media, it's like for everybody is different, right? There's a way the system works. If you want to get views, depends on what you want to do on social media. Do you just want to get views, or do you want to make impact? So it depends on what you want to do. They are what they're called. There's what they call a viral act liar, right? They are
Yes.
viral format. Anyone can go viral on the social media. Like as somebody that's been into the social media thing for a while now, I understand what it takes to go viral. I can tell you what you could do that can get you viral in 7 days. But it's not just about going viral, right?
That's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's not sustainable because, like I told you before, before I started asking people about their life and lessons and things like this, I did a whole lot of different kind of videos, mostly focused on entertainment. I was getting a whole lot of views, 5 million, 2 million, 1 million. But at the end of the day, I there's no impact. So everyone can get views. Like the easiest way to get views. Do you know the easiest ways to get views?
Tell me.
If you want to get views, if you want to go viral, it's not hard. It's very easy to go viral on the internet. You just have to mirror someone that has gone viral before in your niche. That's the only way to go viral.
Okay.
So you don't have to think. If I want to go viral now, maybe I'm doing street interviews. I'm just gonna go on the search button on TikTok, on Instagram, and I'm gonna search my niche. So if I'm doing podcasts, I'm just gonna go on TikTok. I'm gonna search podcast. So once I search podcast, I'm gonna see a whole lot of there's a button where the right top there. So once you at the top button, you see a whole lot of top videos, viral videos. You want to recreate that same video. Once you recreate that same video, you're also gonna go viral. So it's not hard. Everyone can go viral. You can open a new TikTok today, you post tomorrow, and you go viral. But at the end of the day, it's not just about going viral. It's about making impact and giving value. Because if you want to make money, you need to give value to people because people pay for value. So I'm going to say it like this. I've given you the secret right now. So for as many people who want to go viral, right? I've given you the secret to go viral, but don't chase views because I don't chase views. You need to chase giving out value because that's where the money comes from. I'm sure everybody want to make money online, right? Even if we love what we're doing, we also want to get paid doing what we love. So chase value, don't chase views. That's what I'm going to say. So having 5 million views and you get $0 or having 1,000 views and you get $100, which one would you prefer?
Absolutely. The latter. Yeah.
Having $100. So chase value, not views.
What kind of a person are you becoming?
Yeah, I think who I'm becoming right now, I love who I'm becoming because like I told you, I'm not at the point where I want to be yet, but one thing I just loved about me recently and has been keeping me going so far is like, I'm a person like, once I have an idea, I just take action.
I like that.
I don't wait for people to work for me. Like, I'm a kind of person, even if I don't have my cameraman available right now, I can go on the street and shoot my video just by myself. I don't care what it takes. I just want to do it. I do it. You know, I get that idea. I just want to start. And it has been working for me so far. It has been helping me so far because I see like I get to see results, you know, even if I don't get the result instantly, over time I get to see, you know, little results. You know, you get result by taking actions, you know. If you don't take action, if you're scared of taking action, that you're going to fail, right?
Yes.
You're going to fail, right? But if you don't take action, you're still going to fail. If you take action, you can fail and you can succeed. So which one do you prefer?
You take action.
You take action still. So you
might as well.
Yeah, you might fail or you might succeed.
Might as well.
Once I have an idea or something I think will be great for me, I just start doing it. Even if I don't have the best resources available, I start from the little ones I have. How do I started my interview? I don't have the most expensive equipment. I just use my iPhone. I just use a tripod. Very simple setup. But I've made a whole lot of viral videos, more impacting videos that a lot of people have reached out to me and say, your content is so good. I was so blessed watching your videos. Keep doing this kind of videos, you know. So don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is now. Just start doing something. Just start. Because there's something about that thing. Once you start taking action, you're going to be happy with yourself. Because a whole lot of people procrastinate. They'll be like, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it after 1 week, just in 1 month. Yeah. Once you have an idea, just start. Once you start, you're not going to stop. That's just the thing.
There is this Kenyan runner, if I'm not mistaken, who said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So it's just complementing to what you're saying, right? What would you want people to remember you for?
That's a really deep one. My life growing up, you know, with just my mom struggles, you know, all the way back home in Africa. It's really not easy. And my mom was so kind, you know, so generous, so loving. And this really inspired me, you know. She's just like my source of inspiration. And she has been the one I've been mirroring, you know. Everywhere I go, I'm always kind to people. I'm always nice, you know. I just try to spray positive energy because I feel like we only live once. We're all going to die one day. So what are we going to take? We're not going to take anything. So at the end of the day, I want to be remembered, you know, for impacting in the younger generation. You know, a whole lot of immigrants are going to come and be like, hey, you know, that classy boy, he's African, Nigerian boy.
Yeah.
He was able to come with the struggles here. He was able to do things, even with the whole lot of things happening
Against
around.
all odds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe like I want to be like remembered for being like a source of inspiration to a whole lot of Africans, immigrants, and a lot of people in the world. You know, just spreading love and kindness, impacting people, just
Super.
showing them you can become anything you want to become. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what kind of English you speak, what kind of language you speak. You know, you can become everything from your lowest, but you just have to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent even when you're not getting attention. If no one is paying you attention, because opportunity meets only those already moving. You understand? So
I like that, brother.
I wanna be remembered for impacting on the younger generation and to many people as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing that already. You're doing that with me. You're doing that. Winston just saw your content today and is already like, "Wow, that's mind blowing," you know.
Yeah,
And he's more into social media than I am.
Wow,
So for him
that's-
to give that compliment, you
that's
know,
really
it's
amazing. That's
it's
what
also big
that's
for
what
myself.
that's
yeah.
what I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. So we're going to do a rapid fire round to end the podcast. Yeah.
All right.
And just very short, one word answer, maximum two, you know, whatever comes to mind. Yeah, don't overthink it. Most overrated social media platform.
Snapchat,
Most underrated platform.
Instagram,
AI or human creativity.
human creativity, of course.
One skill everybody should learn.
Learn how to use AI.
Most powerful question you have ever asked.
What's your life story?
I like that. One thing people should stop doing immediately.
Procrastination,
One thing people should start doing immediately.
taking action.
A belief you have that most people disagree with.
It doesn't matter where you're from. You can become anything you want to become.
One person you'd love to interview.
Chris Brown.
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen.
Funny. Oh, let's finish. Okay, finish.
What's the meaning of a good life?
Staying healthy, having the good people around you, having peace, and having your family.
Super. Wait, would you wanted to finish something?
You know, I said Chris Brown. I almost got close to interviewing Akon and Ne-Yo.
Wow. Okay.
What happened
okay.
was I didn't think fast. You know, like I told you, I meet a lot of people, just strangers, just like this.
Yes.
I was out on the street and I saw some amazing people, and I was like, hey, I like your style and stuff like that. And Ne-Yo and Akon had a show in Vienna like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yes.
I think I had an access. I got it like a free ticket. Just having random conversation with strangers. I
Okay.
got 2 tickets worth about 300 euros to go watch the show.
Wow.
So me and the guy, like Ne-Yo, his personal backup singer,
Yes.
you know, we had to chat, and it was like, hey, bro, I want you to come. But I forgot to ask him, like, can I interview Ne-Yo backstage? Because I was feeling like I don't want to ask too much, you know. I was
Exactly.
feeling, but he would have done it because he was a cool guy and he liked me because we had a good conversation. So that was why I said, like, things happen. Just
Next
saying
time.
hi to people.
Next time.
That could have also been like Chris Brown,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
backup singer, and
And now
dancer.
you know. And now you know.
So that also inspired me that, oh, I can make, this is actually amazing because I can meet a
That's-
whole lot of people. I can make
that's
connections
wonderful.
just like this. And
Wonderful.
it hurt me after that day when I remember that, oh, this is an opportunity to even meet Akon and Ne-Yo. But
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
next time I hope Chris Brown is around, and I'm not gonna.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna
I believe you will. I believe you will. So, is there something that I didn't ask and maybe you want to share? Did I forget anything?
No, I don't. I think you covered everything perfectly well. And,
Thank you very much.
It's just like my whole life I just gave out right now. And, you know, the main thing about this is not just about telling a story and talking about my struggles, but for people to be impacted. You know, that's the end goal, for people to learn that, like, life is always tough for everyone. But at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, we need to love ourselves first. You need to love yourself first, you know. Surround yourself with good people, which is very important. Love your family. Because when everybody else turns their back on you, your family is the only people that can be with you in hardship, in pain, when there's nobody there to help you. So never underestimate loving your family. It's very important.
I appreciate
And
that.
for so many other young kids out there, don't waste your years on things that are not going to impact in your life. Start, if it doesn't matter if you're 16, 17, 18, you have a bright future ahead, you need to start doing something. You can become a millionaire at 20, you can become a millionaire at 25. Just start doing something.
The world has changed.
Yeah, everyone has grace, you know. Even if we do the same thing, your speed and my speed is not the same. I can become, some people might become millionaires in 2 years. Some people takes them 10 years. By the end of the day, everybody becomes something because they took action, right?
Absolutely.
Chase your dream, go to school, have a skill. Most importantly, just going to school alone is not enough. You need to learn a skill. And the best skill for anybody to learn, both kids and adults right now, is how to solve a problem for people, because that's how you're going to get paid. If you're not adding value, nobody's going to pay you for it.
Appreciate it.
Nobody's going to give you attention if there's no value. The reason why we go to Zara is because they offer us something we need, clothes. The reason why we go to Lidl, the grocery store, because we need food, right?
Yes.
Yeah, adding value. The reason why we subscribe to ChatGPT, because it helps us with research and information. So everything that's successful adds value to people.
Yep.
So you need to start creating value and start helping people solve their problem, because that's where money is made, that's where impact is made, and that's where you're going to be remembered.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank
I appreciate
you so much for
you.
having me. Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll leave some information from you in the description so people can check you out. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
And,
check me out, guys. Check me out. I do like street interviews. I interview people on the street. I ask them about their life. So if you have a story, and if you're in Vienna, because I'm currently in Vienna, and you want to share a story, you have something you want people to see, or you want people to learn, or you want to encourage or inspire people, yeah, I'm the right guy for you. So just come on the street or send me a DM, and we're going to meet on the street, and I'm going to interview you.
Absolutely.
And you also have businesses right there. Home and abroad, in Vienna, in UK, London, doesn't matter where you are. You're looking for a social media marketing agency, Classy Boy gets you. My agency is called Apex Brand Launch. So we help business owners, brands, and local businesses around to help them get more clients, more leads, and help them boost their presence online. So if it's something you're looking for, you can also reach out to me, and I'll be there to help you with all the service you need, and help you, boost your business and getting more money. You don't have to leave any money on the table.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for that. And before we leave, I want to give a shout out to Drop Studios. Yeah, Drop Vin. They have been a wonderful support throughout this project, and just check them out as well. And Kass, until next time, yeah, I hope, again, I always tell people I'd like to have them again in half a year, just to see their progression.
Sure.
Because it's not about the final destination. We want to hear about the journeys as well.
Yeah, sure.
So thanks for, easily making it here. Yeah, it was very cool talking to you outside camera. So I hope we can continue having this.
Yeah, man, it's sure nice to meet you, man. Amazing person. He's a really good guy,
Appreciate
one
you,
of
brother.
the most friendly Kenya guy I've met. You're
Appreciate
from Kenya,
you,
right?
brother. Yes.
Yeah, amazing guy.
Appreciate
so
you.
guys,
man.
stay tuned. More powerful interviews are gonna come like this. More powerful podcasts. It's really amazing, and there's a lot to learn from this channel. So guys, click that subscribe button. Don't waste time, real quick. Don't dull.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Thank you, brother. Until next time, take care.
Nice to meet you. Take care, man.
Thank you.